Hello everyone. Welcome to the Olga Pérez Show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? If you've been here before, welcome back, my love. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Great to have you. Make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you have your notifications on so you don't miss me randomly coming on live. Make sure to comment, share. Your comments are my fuel. I do read them and I will respond. Yes, and exactly. What's one of the things I'm doing today? I'm doing a reaction video to Samson. I had several requests for Samson. 2 songs, specifically. I don't know if he has more songs than that, to be honest with you. It was like 35, something like 45 equals 13, I think is one of them. And the other one that I kept getting was What About Us? So I got that first, and I've got that several times, so I'm going to do that one today. So, of course, and then I'll cut up the clips for later on for those who don't want to click on the timestamp and go straight to whatever they're interested in. You know what I mean? And I cut it up and I make it shorter and I make it so it's more to the point, right? Because we're all busy. We don't have time. We got no time for that. So I have triple tested the audio. I will not be hearing that, oh, I can't hear you, but only on one side of the ear. That's been resolved, right? You guys let me know. And of course you can always CC, right? Caption. But I don't know if you're like me, I'm very visual. I like a lot of the videos that I watch. Usually I just need the audio. But if they don't have the audio on podcast format, then I'll obviously watch their video because I still like the content. And I do prefer the audio with the visual. But it depends, right? Like what if you're driving and da-da-da-da. Anyway, so welcome, Shannon. What's up? How you doing? Najo, hello. How are you? I'm doing good. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, BT. Oh, thank you. I like that. What's going on? Love your energy. You know what? You must have my kind of energy to say something like that. So I love your energy. So yeah, reaction to Samson video. But I'm thinking I'm going to do that in the end. What do you guys think? I mean, did you guys even hear it for Samson? If you're watching this live, make sure to leave a comment, even if it's an emoji. Even if you don't have anything to say or you don't want to say anything, just still leave an emoji. At the very least, smash that like button. Let's show YouTube that we want more of real, honest content. I know. I don't know why I'm looking crazy today. I'm noticing I'm making these crazy expressions. And I'm getting these Cruella de Vil vibes, which honestly, I wasn't going for. I was really, guys, you know that song from the 80s? The Robert Palmer? Is that his name? Hope I said it right. You know? I'm gonna mess up the whole song. What's the one? Well, anyway, he did a couple of videos where the girls were all dressed up in black, right? And they had, so hence the look and the pulled back hair. And I was going to put my sunglasses on, but then you get the reflection of the computer. Just to play around, guys. You know what I mean? Just to mix it up. Gotta keep you on your toes. You can't always be like, oh, it's going to be Olga. She's going to be doing the same shit she always does. So in order, what I'm going to be talking about today, I'm going to talk about this little clip of Bill Maher in his podcast called Club Random with Aaron Rodgers and how they're talking about I don't even want to say the word, even if now they've lifted all the restrictions, the COVID BS. So I'm going to share that clip with you guys. Let me know what you think. I am going to talk about a little bit about this whole Queen Elizabeth. I've had some commentary on the clips that I've uploaded from the live, as I usually do. And, some people, like this one comment, they were like, please, like, the woman hasn't even been buried yet, right? It's like, look, I'm not being insensitive. In fact, I even said it. And I even made sure I even added that in the, edited clip from the live stream where I'm like, look, don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to offend anybody, with all due respect. You know what I mean? But the truth is the truth. And to me, the longer we pretend that Santa Claus exists when it doesn't, it's not really going to help grow up. You got to grow up. And I found this article today that I'm going to share with you guys about what I'm really getting at and how when I'm saying this woman was no saint, I understand the history. And I say this all in the clip, whether it's in the short edited clip or you go to the actual live stream, episode, I think it was episode 29. And I'm saying it clearly. Like, people need to, hear the whole thing, please. Listen to the whole thing, because I really want to talk back. But, it's hard to, talk back on just the comments alone. I do my best, and I think it's awesome that I'm sure you guys are also doing your best. But it's about continuing the conversation, you know what I mean? I want my channel to be completely different from any other channel. In fact, I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow because I have two special guests. One of them in particular because he had asked me the other day if I was a Republican or a conservative. And I go, how many times do I keep saying, I don't take sides. I'm neither. It's everyone else putting me in that box. And that's the thing. Everyone's so conditioned that you can't be different. You can't be neutral. You can't be your own political party. Okay? I'm queen. And the only person that's queen or king of me is the universe, aka God, Jesus, whatever you understand that king to be, I'm with you on that one. Okay? The almighty forces. This person's a mere human and not elected. But I get the whole, again, the history, the facade, the play. But my problem with that, so I guess you know what? Since I'm already starting on this and I'm already going off, I'm going to share this article with you guys about the money part. Why are we paying money? And I mean, the whole 1776, again, I guess all this type of language is what makes me apparently sound Republican or conservative. I might be conservative in the fact that I do like some traditional values, but that, depending on your culture, they're different. So that's that. But I also like progressive mentality of moving forward and like coming out of monarchy. Do you see what I mean? But by no way am I a Democrat or a liberal. I mean, actually, no, let me take that back. I'm a libertarian. The classic sense of libertarian. I just want to be free and boss of me. You feel me? And I don't care what you do. You want to take sides? Go ahead. I don't recommend it. That's the whole problem. Because at the end of the day, every animal, every entity, every insect, look up ants and how they thrive and how they survive. It's an amazing comparison to if we followed the way ants, stick together, work together. It's impressive. It's magical. And we can do that. We have the choice to do that. But as long as we keep pushing buttons on he, they, it's like, seriously, it's like little kids going, Mommy, he touched me in the backseat of your car. You know what I mean? Or Mom, she won't leave me alone. You get my point? And see, while they're taking our money, why are we doing this? They're taking our money. Period. We got to drop the labels. Look for the heart. Love thy neighbor. What's wrong with that? It's funny. I just read somewhere also today about love the love thy neighbor went to love the woke or something. Was it that exactly? Yeah, it's like, no. Do you see what I mean? Like, no. Because it's an ideology. Love is universal and we all need it to live and thrive and, to survive and thrive. So, anyway, here I am getting ready to screen share this article. All right. You see this? I even like the picture they picked. You know what I mean? The whole Alice in Wonderland, the Queen. I admired the artistry and the message behind it. But here it is. It is time to throw the monarchies of the world into the dustbin of history. I would agree. I mean, if it's the glue that really keeps a culture together, but really, when so many people are suffering and so many people don't have enough money and inflation and, the cost of living, and as you can see, you can read the whole article for yourself, but just to give you an idea, I would have to look up this Chris Hedges, to make sure that I've read a lot about him. I personally think he's legit. I don't think he doesn't usually say stuff that's not true, like without his due diligence and research. So here he talks about Because, of course, I was most interested in the money part. Like, so, for example, the royals are oligarchs, okay? First of all. I'm sorry. I don't see why. Why would you worship that? They are guardians of their class. Exactly. They think they're better than everyone. What is that? The world's largest, I mean, come on. I mean, I know there's aristocrats still to this day, but very different and very, a lot less of them than they used to be, okay? Now, the world's largest landowners include King Mohammed VI of Morocco with 176 million acres. The Holy Roman Catholic Church, which is its own country, by the way, with 177 million acres. The heirs of King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia with 531 million acres, and now King Charles III, who has never worked a day in his life, guys. But now he's going to rule everybody. This is insane. If England was my country, as if it was my company, right? I would not do that. A guy in his 70s that's never worked. What? Come on. But if you really want to keep giving them money just to pretend because you just like the act, that's a lot of money. And they're not really acting that much. They're not producing movies. You get my point. So the British monarchs are worth almost 28 billion. Billion with a B. Billion. The British public will provide a 33 million subsidy to the royal family over the next 2 years. Although the average household in the UK saw its income fall for the longest period since records began in 1955. And 227,000 households experience homelessness in Britain. I'm going to take a pause right there. And I definitely recommend that you look up this article. But that's what I'm getting at here. Why? Why? What are they doing? Are they saving lives? Are they producing jobs? What are they doing? I'm just minimizing it. But what this whole concept of queen, I get it back in the day when we didn't know any better. But we know better now. Queen of what? Unless she can walk on water, he, she, whoever, you're not king. That's not king. That's not king. You know what I mean? And I'm unapologetic about that. And you're definitely not my king or queen. Again, you're not even elected. And it's only through a certain bloodline. And don't give me this crap about the bloodlines, because even King Charles now, the third, who started the WEF and the Great Reset and Build Back Better, planning this before he even has a job. So setting the stage for himself, that shows he's actually pretty smart. I'll give you that. I'll give you that much, Charles. But now what? Now, I just lost my thought. I just literally lost my thought. Yeah. I'm like, wait. Ugh. At the end of the day, he comes from, let me watch my words carefully. I'm not going to pronounce it right. That's what's stomping me, is that I'm not going to pronounce it right. Vladimir Kondracula. You guys know what I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments, whether you're watching this live or when you watch the replay. But I mean, like, that's it. Oh, because if you're not from this bloodline, you can't be king. What? What's so special about this bloodline? Again, can they walk on water? Where are their special magic tricks? And that's me being nice and just being totally superficial about how this has got to go. This is going to continue division and acting like there's higher classes and that we're never going to go anywhere. We're never going to actually progress as long as we don't have a standard where everyone deserves the same lifestyle. And I'm not talking communism where if you don't work or you can work half-ass and you get the same house paycheck as me while I'm working my ass off. No, that's not what I'm getting at. We have enough with politicians and they suck. So yeah, tomorrow I'm having a couple of guests. I'm going to have 2 guests. One, specifically when they were asking about my politics, I was like, you know what, why don't we talk about this live? because I wanted to ask them, and I want to be asking them live, what did they get from my content that made them automatically assume that? Especially when, if you've been watching my content, most of the content I've put out there, I'm pretty sure there may be one episode that I didn't mention, the fact that I don't take sides. Don't put me to the right, don't put me to the left. I'm my own political party. I know, it's like, stop being repetitive. I get it. But it's like, why? Because I can criticize? And if I happen to criticize one side more than the other, well, I guess there's a problem there, huh? Because I'm only picking out the obvious. And it's got nothing to do with what suits me. I'm going, this is going to hurt me in one way or the other. If it hurts me, meaning like my future, my children's future, or I wouldn't be talking about it. Like today, there was this other thing about, the Little Mermaid. You guys hear about the Little Mermaid? And how, the Little Mermaid's not supposed to be black and this and that, all kinds of Twitter posts. And I was thinking about maybe sharing that today. But I don't think I'm going to have time. So I might do it another time. You guys let me know if you're interested in getting my opinion about it. Because I actually do have a lot of feelings about it, because I actually used to be a Disney freak before I found out that Disney's so disgusting. And that's putting it nicely and in a nutshell. But Ariel, literally, Beauty and the Beast too, but Ariel, man, I was so into Ariel that my fiance at the time had given me an Ariel watch from Disney, and I was already 19. I was an adult. I mean, I can go on and on how much I care about that movie. So it always pisses me off when they do these remakes, because I feel like they take me away from the actual original feeling. And I never think they do a better job. I just telling you, that's just an opinion. That's just the way I see it. And I thought, if I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to tell you exactly what that movie meant, especially for a young girl. And then as I see it today, and then comparative, what have they done to it? And that would be more like on an artistic point of view. But what I've been seeing today on the internet was more about how, she should be black or not black. And again, making it a race thing, politicizing it. And that's pathetic and disgusting. And the reason why I'm saying that is because stop wasting your time, and everybody stop wasting everybody else's time. We got more important things to worry about and bigger fish to fry. Like the border, like the invasion. It's funny how they're going to use the words like insurrection, when I can't tell you how many countless times I've had conversations about a real meaning of insurrection. And I'm going to make a video about that. I'm definitely going to make a video, and I'm going to show like examples of insurrection and what they've been calling it. So you know what? But they will not dare call it an invasion. I feel like this is a societal breakdown. There's a scientist who did this. I believe I mentioned in other episodes, and it's called behavioral sync. Look it up. And about how mice, and when they have everything they need and then some, it starts to break down. We need to work for our shit. Like the ants, guys. I'm going back to the ants. Think about the ants. All right. Let me see. I'm going to read what you guys have to say. What's going on? What do you think about this whole queen thing? Honestly, not the queen. Like I said, may she rest in peace. But what are we doing here? Why is it immediately, he's king? Let's not drop the ball here. Because who would want to miss an opportunity to make money for nothing? And then have power. And then act like a god. And why are they preserving it? The whole world is backing them up. Oh, not the whole world, but the Western cultures. Right? Hey, I'm reading some text. I like the look. Well, thank you, Nijo. Yes. Addicted to love. That's right. Did you like that song? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I said it all. But I just want to also make that very clear. But I definitely recommend you guys reading this article. And I will share the link in the description below after this, if you guys really want to read it. And something else also, where Russell Brand in his video, in one of his recent clips, also check it out, the whole clip. I think he's on point. Really, he's like really, he delivers his his thoughts, and he shares them very well. I like him very much, and I feel his sincerity. I think he's got a good soul. But we have different styles. I'm all about let's shoot the shit and hang out. Be serious, but with some fun, right? And mind you, he's an actor, comedian. I think he's still doing his stand-up. But his is like more, kind of like, I guess, what's a stand-up, where he just makes sure he's got his script and that he practices and follow it. And here we're all like just being each other, if you were sitting here with me. So, can you see my screen? I just want to make sure. Here we go. And it's just a couple of seconds, but see, I'm just going to play the last, from this point on, because of what he has to say about his take. But maybe you could say he's saying it nicer than me, that things need to change. Even if he is in defense of the monarchy, there's something lacking. Discussion has to be had. Okay, let me push play.
Coming together and values, but we have to be honest about what this symbol might represent at its core and what the impact of the monarchy is on a culture. And we have to investigate whether or not we're living at a time of unprecedented inequality. I am in no way suggesting being disrespectful about the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. What I'm suggesting is we interrogate the nature of power. We interrogate the nature of hierarchical power. We interrogate the nature of fairness, freedom of speech, the inability to protest, civil rights. These are all things where I want...
So he's going on, and I just like the way he said that about
what this symbol might represent at its core and what the impact of the monarchy is on a culture. And we have to investigate whether or not we're living at a time of unprecedented inequality.
There you go, whether or not we're living in an unprecedented inequality. That's the conversation to be had before they go scooping up the money and just go ahead and just sit in that chair. Just, you know what I mean? Not letting it empty for a second. You think if we said, you know what? We're going to end it. What's Charles going to do? What are they all going to do? No, you know what I mean? Can you imagine he would have to get a job, be useful, do work, or start a company offering something helpful for humanity? Please, please, please. I know. They're burying her. Things are happening as we speak, but he's already now king. And what? I wonder how quickly things are going to change. What is he going to offer? She just kept the facade. She kept the fort. She held the fort up. What's he going to do? Because now more than ever, we need leaders to lead the people, to stand by the people, to support and represent the people. But too often in history, those who are up there that have all that power, they don't give a shit about you. So then why would you be crying or mourning or wanting to hold on to this? You clearly just want, you know what I mean? It's like being in quicksand and no. Leave me here. I'd rather this quicksand and I'll die. There's a disconnect with reality. It's like people that are big into celebrities. Like they're gods. What are you talking about? They lie for a living. They act, they pretend. And then whenever they do open their mouth with politics, as we saw last week when I, mentioned the Jennifer Lawrence and all these little, I'm afraid of Tucker and the politics between her and her family and all that. It's like, stay in your lane. This needs to change. There's no room for it. There's no need for it. It's ridiculous. It's like waiting for Santa Claus at 25 years old. Okay. So, I thought I lost you guys. I was like, next is an article. I guess I'm still talking on the same subject because there's another article that I want to share. Again, I'll also leave the link in the description below. Now, here's a magazine, which I believe it's supposedly more on the left-leaning, Vice. But just goes to show you, I read everything because I want to know what's in people's heads or how they're brainwashing each other, honestly. And here, Have you guys seen this clip? I saw some video clips earlier today as well of this individual here holding up a sign, but in the one, a matter of fact, in the one Russell Brand video I was just sharing with you guys, I think he has the same person sharing a sign, but it says, "Not my king," and "my king" spelled all together. He was like, I don't think I have a problem with the "not my king" part. I have more of a problem with the "my king" missing that space. So of course, and the way he delivers it is funny. It's cute. So yeah. So the article is, these former colonies say the British monarchy owes them $45 trillion. Now, this is not the first time I've seen people in, Africa, right? Saudi Arabia, those countries, Northern Africa, where they're like going to Spain years ago and they're like, that castle that we built it, the Moors built it, it's ours. We want it back or we want the money for it. It's crazy. So, okay, so I started reading this article. Like I said, what's wrong with abolish the monarchy? So it says a storm has been brewing around the legacy of the late Queen Elizabeth II's monarchy. Much of the UK is caught in grand gestures of grief over their queen, and reportedly exorbitant state funeral preparations are currently underway, which that's a fact. I'm sure you've seen it. And ridiculous. I mean, I'm sorry. I understand they're doing tradition, but then when is it going to close that chapter of like treating these people like they are gods on earth? This is just, that's the biggest problem I have with this whole thing. And now, Elizabeth II's net worth was $442 million, according to one estimate. This is a pretty hefty number that, according to Royal Public Records, is funded partly by its taxpayers to the tune of over $100 million annually. Swallow that. From a country of 67 million people, and partly by the royal family's inherited private and commercial real estate, but for many, from Elizabeth II's former colonies, extravagance of the British monarchy, even in death, underpins the dark realities of not just violent colonization, but also extreme drain of wealth from their countries. In the former British colony of the undivided India, that number comes to a whopping $45 trillion. Again, I will also link this in the description below, but it's a discussion to be had. There's a lot to be said. And what are we waiting for? Okay, so we bury her. Is 2 weeks good enough? Is 3 weeks good enough? Like, what? How often do they give when somebody gets fired or laid off? How much notice do they get? Okay, give them a little severance package. Right? Again, it's just, God, guys, did you see a documentary on Netflix about Seville? Look him up, please, and see how close, what kind of a person he was, and how close he was to this family. Okay, let's start there. Let's just start there. Simple, small. So yeah, and I'm going to move along to Bill Maher and Aaron Rodgers. I like their conversation. I wish I was sitting there. Let's eavesdrop, shall we? Let me know what you think. Hey, Gregory Paul, welcome. What's shaking? I like that. How you doing?
Sold people these opioids and killed hundreds of thousands of people. Yes, evil. But somehow with COVID, they always have our best interests at heart. And of course, there's not much they could say about that because it just doesn't make sense.
It's the truth, though.
It is the truth.
That's my problem with society today is, why does everything have to be so fucking bipartisan? Like, every issue is not a partisan issue. There's right and there's wrong. There's things that make sense and things that don't make sense.
Medicine.
You don't have to fucking toe the line on
That's
what
right.
your party's saying to, and that's the only stance you can take, right? Can you not rationally have a conversation about things that make sense and be able to not be swayed by whether you vote red or blue?
Not in America
See?
anymore. No, you can't. And to me, the ultimate issue
You know what,
that should
Bill?
not be political.
Bill, I get
or
your
partisan
point. I think you're right.
is med-
I mean, it's clear, right? But see, that's the thing. We need to stop saying they, them, or left, right. We need to stop. It shouldn't even be in a ever. It should stop being written that way. It should stop being spoken that way. I don't understand how people don't even get tired of also going because the left, because the right. I mean, and I guess people, especially in news or writers and articles, like all these people, whether I follow them on YouTube or their newspaper, I mean, and then they always have to add these inflammatory adjectives. You know what I'm saying? Insulting, hyperbolic. It's like, just what's your problem? What you got here? That's it. Like, hey, I think this. What do you think? Not, like you said, not in America. Why? Why, Bill? Why? We can talk. We can stand up.
The ultimate, not in America anymore, no.
Not in America. No, not anymore. Why, Bill? Yes, you can. So buying into the thought, it's like basically the opposition has won. The opposition is anybody telling you what to do, and then you have to do what they want you to do. So like one loses, one wins, right? Like, okay, they get their way and you don't get your way. Why? What? No. I don't think you should have said that. Even if it is true, because it appears to be true, then what are we doing then? How's it going to change if we keep saying that even? We're buying into it.
To not be swayed.
I hope I made myself clear, guys. Let me see. One more time.
Hold the line on what your party's saying and that's the only stance you can take, right? Can you not rationally have a conversation about things that make sense and be able to not be swayed by whether you vote red or blue?
Not in America anymore, no. You can't. And to me, the ultimate issue that should not be political or partisan is medicine.
Health. Yeah.
Right.
What is more personal than what you do you to how you want to treat your body. Now, if the argument is, well, if you don't do our pharmaceutical answer, then you're going to risk other people's lives. First of all, that's not true. That's a red herring argument. I mean, maybe that's true with other things at other times, or with this before they knew that the vaccine does not prevent infection and does not prevent transferal. So now that we know it doesn't do either one of those things, it shouldn't matter what I do.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Right.
So that's first. But beyond that, what could be more personal than how I choose to treat my body? I mean, like Djokovic can't play. It's so annoying to me. I'm watching the U.S. Open now.
Yeah, last night, Serena.
Oh, I didn't see. She won?
She lost last night.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I don't watch tennis.
Oh, well.
But the best fucking player in the men's
Right.
side can't play.
And
They're one of the most fit guys in the fucking world.
that's the point.
Who's had COVID at least once, if not twice.
It is
Can't fucking come to New York.
is a complete compendium of what a Potemkin village, this whole arsenal of nonsense they've thrown at this disease is.
You know what's even worse than that, though? Kyrie Irving attended a basketball game courtside, but couldn't play for his team.
Right.
How is that fucking possible?
Well, also,
He attended a basketball game and got to watch it in the stands, but couldn't fucking play on his team because he wasn't vaxxed?
I mean,
Guys, right? Right? And then we're not supposed to say things like Nazi Germany, the Star of David. We're not supposed to say any of these things. So I don't even, it doesn't even matter like whose side, what do you agree or disagree with, right? It's the fact that everything's being pushed. The dominance right now is an agenda between the big tech companies, listening to a handful of people, and making the whole world have to obey and act and think and talk the same way. Do you understand how damaging that is for all of humanity? I can speak from my own experience of how many times people want to change me throughout the years. Every time I tried to do what they wanted me to do just because I wanted them to get off my back, right? Like get off my back shit. Just to get some peace in my life. Okay, I'll do what you want. Guess what happened? Not only was I unhappy, miserable, and I couldn't fake the funk because I was not being me and I wasn't standing true to my real beliefs, they didn't like me either. They wanted the old Olga back every single time. It's like, I understand the need for the ego to want to have control. And especially if you feel vulnerable and gullible, you know what I'm saying? And you're insecure, and maybe your parents didn't raise you right. Maybe your schools didn't teach you shit. Because that's what it comes down to. They're lost in the sauce. Everybody's fucking lost in the sauce. It doesn't even matter if those on the right, again, because those are the supposed right, they're the religious ones. Are you serious? Do you think everybody that's into God and religion is a conservative? Especially if you are into God and religion, God is first. God is second. God is third. Period. So the left, what? They don't have a God. Their God is the science. That, by the way, science is constantly changing, and constantly we find out that we were wrong. Theories are wrong. Constantly. We don't know shit on the science side. One is based on faith, and we don't really have a lot of proof, supposedly, right? We can't really prove it. That's a whole different discussion for me, because I can prove it. I believe I can. Now, the science is always wrong. It's always evolving. It's always changing. It's always growing. How's that going to be your religion? Because again, I'm telling you, and I'm being cute when I say this, it's like we're all, little monkeys, little baby computers, and whatever we're downloading in here, that's it. And you're just regurgitating it. That's it. So, okay, you're going to go grab some tools, you're going to read some books, and you're going to come back and you're going to be like, oh, kind of like Neo in the Matrix, or, just in the Matrix period, right? When they get plugged in the back of their head, right? And downloads on how to do things, or, right? Same shit. Same shit. Well, where's your soul at that point? When everything's all about just knowledge. Who cares about knowledge? Who cares about, well, this is right and this is wrong, and I know this and you don't know this. Oh yeah, well, did you know this about history? But then we have to question, is the history that we even think we know true? Did it really truly happen, right? Because history's written by the victors. I mean, this is ridiculous at this point. And I mean, Bill Maher, you're right. I get where you're coming from. What he just said about, no, you can't do that in America. But it's done, dude. We've beaten the dead horse. It's over. It's over. This is why I came in and I started this channel. Specifically because it's done. We got to stop saying that if anything's going to change. And the thing is, we have to. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. Because at this point, people are just addicted to the opposition. Just like rooting for two different, sports teams. And that's it. And everyone's getting up looking for more ammunition to continue the argument because they don't have a fucking life. Like, get laid. Have a farm. Grow something. Do something that benefits you and all of humanity. That's what I'm getting at. All this politics, this is all power tripping, putting people down. Like what he said about the sports and how this guy couldn't watch the game.
It makes sense. That's
Why? Why?
And got to watch it in the stands, but couldn't fucking play on his team because he wasn't vaxxed?
But gets to watch it on the stands. How is this not Nazi Germany or just, come on, even like going all the way back to the gladiators? Going after the Christians. What? And we're going to call this progressive. You're ignorant. If you think you're progressive and you stand in progressiveness and you are saying you're left, you're ignorant. Seriously. And in fact, what have you done? And where have you seen? Have you gone to other countries and lived there for a couple months? Cuba? China? I'm just saying, to name a few. But I get it. Everybody wants to belong. So if there's a team and which one do I belong to? So then everybody who's independent, anybody who's a real badass, a real leader, you don't take sides. You don't have a team. You are your team. You get what I'm saying? So then we need to have a whole team of leaders. Can you imagine? I think somebody else said this in the comments. I think it was last week about Olga Spartan 300. And you know what? It just came to me. I can see that. I can feel that in me as I'm saying this over and over again. Yeah. You get 300 real leaders and we'll obliterate this. Bill Maher, you mark my words, we're coming. And yeah, there's got to be a league of, but real life, not Marvel. And look what they're doing to Marvel these days.
I mean,
Let me finish this clip, and then I'm going to wrap it up with the reaction to the Samson "What About Us" song. So stick around. I'm going to be doing that in the next
Makes sense. That's
5
all I'm saying.
minutes.
Make it make sense.
Get your coffee, get your drink, get your popcorn.
You can't.
he also was able to play on the road with his team.
Eventually.
No, from the beginning.
Yeah, from
At
the
the
beginning.
end, he was able to play at home.
But they
also.
wouldn't let him play.
No, not at home.
No, they wouldn't. He wouldn't play.
Oh, right, but that was the team's decision.
Yeah.
But they changed. First, he couldn't. First, they
Science
said
changed, I'm sure.
what?
Science changed.
Not that science. But no, at first he could not play, or they wouldn't.
They couldn't play at home. Yeah. Or in Canada.
The rule was he couldn't play at home, but he could play on the road. But the team said, if we can't play one place, we don't want you anywhere.
Right.
Then they changed and said, okay, you know what? We're not doing so good. Why don't you play
got a
on the
bunch of guys hurt.
road games?
Yeah.
But at the same time, people who were not vaccinated on other teams could somehow play in his arena. I think Bradley Beal of the Wizards was not vaccinated and played. It was as stupid as it is to sit at a restaurant and take your mask off and then put it on
See
when
what
you
I mean?
stand up, as if the virus only attacks you when you're standing.
See, we can't just keep talking about it. We have to just say, no, I'm not doing it. Like, and like, I'm telling you, I went to the doctor, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or so, or a month ago. And I asked them, and I was like, this is ridiculous. You're a physician. And they were like, I agree with you, Olga. I mean, it was not the only doctor. I've asked several in the past year or two, and they all agree with me. And they're telling me that they have to do it or they lose their job. You get that? You get that. Go ahead. I dare you to ask your doctor. Cause it's, so who's their boss? Who's managing those hospitals, forcing them? Okay. Again. So it's one guy telling all the hospitals all around the world, keep it up, keep it up. If it doesn't work, we got to make sure they stay obedient. Guys, have you watched that movie from the 80s, They Live? Please, if you haven't watched it, and if you have, maybe rewatch it. We knew that shit back then. That movie came out because it was already very clear the hypnosis of media all around us. Okay. I'm going to let you guys watch this on your own. You can watch the whole clip or this is just a little clip. I believe that's just a clip from like the hour or so that he had with Aaron, but I wanted to share that with you guys because again, we got to keep talking about this shit. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm going to read your comments before I go on to the reaction video. What's up? Hey, Gregory, welcome. Yes. Love Russell Brand. Great truth teller. Yes, Gregory Paul. Love that. Well said. Pedophile Jimmy. Hey, Gregory. So you must have done your homework. You know what I'm talking about. Oof. Right? Hey, William. Welcome. Hey, beeps. I love it. Love your energy. Great to see you guys. So let's see. Darwin's theory. Oh, well, let me see this. Gregory Paul. Darwin's theory of evolution is exactly that. A theory. Do you know I passed a college course because of a theory? I don't know if it had to be one of the science classes, but it was like, that was one of the questions, like the Big Bang. And I go, no. You cannot grade me on that question. And I'm like, no, it's a theory. How are you asking me for a right or wrong answer? What's the right answer? A, B, C, D. It's a theory. Went to the dean, won, baby. I love the way you think. You see what I'm saying? I'm not alone here. And they want to push us all in one side or the other. Bitch! No. Shannon, let's see. Oh yeah, let me see. Hey, Eminem, welcome. Let me see. I don't know. Sometimes I think it has to refresh. I can't get. Okay. Hey, Olga and chat. Love it. I love when you guys are so talk about inclusivity. I love you guys. You're the best. And you know what? I'm getting shadow banned. I'm sorry to keep saying it, but it's the truth. So please like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, I get it. Make sure to comment even after the replay. Share this content. Show more people. Even if they don't like me, let them tell me why. Sorry, so long-time viewer. Oh, really? Great to see you. First time in the chat. Welcome. Going to take more people like Olga to talk truth, and hopefully the sheep will slowly awaken. Yes. Ditto at William Grissom. I hope I said that right, guys. You know, I'm not always saying stuff right, but you get me. I know you guys get me. Certain things we don't have to even say them. You can feel them. Right? So, I don't know. So, hey, Eminem, are you one of the people that might have requested that I play this, that I do a reaction to the Samson song? I'm curious. Let me know. Does anybody in the chat right now, in the live with me right now, do you guys know what this song is? Do you know about this guy, Samson? And the song is called What About Us? Because that's what I'm going into, and that's how we're going to wrap this up. and let me know in the comments as well, guys, whether you're watching this live or in the replay, if this video made you smile, you gotta give me at least a smile emoji. Give me a heart. You know what I mean? At least let me know that I've made you smile. Okay? Because we need more of this shit. Okay. All right, baby dolls. Ladies and gentlemen. Love and lovers. Okay. I have no clue what I'm getting into, guys. I hope this is good. I mean, I'm assuming it's PG. Because, again, I'm keeping it real. I didn't sneak peek nothing. I just looked it up, prepped the screen, and here we go. And we'll do it this way to see my reaction nice and clear. So people can't say, you didn't do the reaction. I'm telling you, this has been, since I did the first reaction video of Tom McDonald that I was just reacting to because I figured he had a great message. And I figured, why not share my reaction to it? I never even knew, guys, that there was this whole reaction video. It's crazy. Like, people just do nothing but reaction videos. And I love that you guys want me to do reaction videos, and I'm glad to do them. I do really enjoy doing them, but that's not what I'm here for. I don't want to become a reaction channel. And I'm wondering how many people actually sign up, subscribe, and they just want more reactions. And you know what I mean? But I'll keep the reactions coming, especially if you guys give me really good requests for really good, awesome content. And keep that thing to, keep the discussion open. Okay. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go. I'm going to push play. You guys see it? Okay. Samson, what about us? Here we go.
Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster. It doesn't mean I'm country. It means that my life is in my hands only. I don't have money for security. I don't have armed guards that
I cannot believe. Did you just hear what he said? Did you just hear what he said? Did I not just talk about this all day today, right? I'm talking about our own personal authority.
I keep stuck. It means that my life is in my hands only.
Means that my life is in my hands. Oh, now I see why people wanted me to react to this video. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the request, guys.
I don't have money for security. I don't have armed guards that I keep snug around me. You don't think I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me. Shit.
I already feel like it's the weekend. Woof, and it's Tuesday. I'm so glad we did this today. It was meant to be, had to be, right? I gotta rewind this. Wow, this guy. I did not expect that to come out of this face. Just saying, At some point, we do kind of judge the book by its cover. You know what I'm saying?
Keep snug around
Not the character. Just the looks are deceiving, I should say.
me. You don't think I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me. Gated community, that's what you live in. Hatred and mutiny, that's what we live in. So come down here and hang with us for a minute. See if you leave with the same fucking opinion. Who's gonna help me out if I get robbed? What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah, me, motherfucker. I'm the only one.
See? Oh, shit. I know. It's probably not funny. I just think when people, when they don't give a fuck, you know, when they show courage, not violence. To me, that gun doesn't mean violence. If someone has watched this video and think that means violence, they need to go to a doctor, a specialist, a mental and a neurologist, a psychiatrist and a therapist. I mean, all the above. I would do the fucking trifecta. I'm not kidding you.
That's got my back. It's dog eat dog our lives. You? Nah, me, motherfucker. I'm the only
That's
one
right. Me, myself, and I.
that's got my back. It's dog eat dog. These are not no cats. There's cops in Michigan that can't even respond to the calls because the cars ain't got no gas. Great. Police don't have any fuel. You don't know if they'll arrive when you call them. The babies are starving. My girlfriend can't find a tampon, and yet somehow you and I are the problem.
First of all, I am really impressed with this guy's lyrics, but even the way he's delivering it. Like his expressions are on point, and look how simple this background. I'm very impressed. Okay, I gotta rewind this. I'm really loving this shit. I'm gonna have to watch this like a few more times, you know what I'm saying? Like, or not watch it, but even listen to it. Nah, I think I'm gonna watch it and listen to it at the same time, because this guy, I mean, his face is really saying a lot.
All them the babies are starving. My girlfriend can't find a tampon, and yet somehow you and I are the problem. I've never bought a gun without having my background scanned and approved. The only loophole I've seen on a gun is the one that you put a fucking lanyard through. It's not true that you can go to the store and just swipe your card and get a Glock and run. It's funny, the people that say that shit have literally never even shot one. Hey, Matthew McConaughey, shut the fuck up. Just because you murdered people on...
Oh! I remember, but I spoke very little in one of my lives a couple months ago when the whole Uvalde thing, and I also was like disgusted with Matthew. And again, I really respected him. I think he was running for office as well. You know, and I thought he was really like, you know, he separated his art from, you know, his real life, right? Having a person that's more real, down to earth. But yeah, dude, he comes around and does this act, and I wanted to believe he wasn't acting. I really did. And there was no way. I trust my instincts, trust my gut, and I love him. And now I can't even watch a movie with him. I can't. These people, the more they open their mouth, I can't watch you afterwards. I'm telling you, I remember when I first met Charlie Sheen. And once I met him and hung out with him, and I couldn't watch a movie ever since. And that was when he was filming Navy SEALs in Spain. And I mean, he was funny and cute, whatever, but he was full of himself. He was young, obviously. You know, he just did the movie Platoon and whatnot. But, you know, it was just like, ew, I can no longer watch a movie with you, period. And it happens to me every time I meet somebody famous. It's funny that I was just sharing that Bill Maher. Okay, you know what? Let me shut up. But I also met Bill Maher. Guys, remind me to tell you about how I met Bill Maher in Philadelphia a few years ago. Not a few years ago, probably like 15 years ago.
Screen doesn't mean you know shit about guns, you dumb fuck. What, you worried about us? What about all of those violent movies that you played? How about you go talk to Alec Baldwin before you start telling me what to do, okay? Uvalde, I was horrified by it. That's your hometown, you were born right by it. It probably cuts deep, and I hope that it does, because you work in an industry that glorifies violence. It's more your fault than it will ever be mine.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. There we go now. But again, it's not even about pointing the finger, right? What I'm really liking about this video and this guy is he's showing how he feels. Kudos to that.
Lord only knows how many crimes that you've influenced throughout your whole career, because I've seen you kill people plenty of times. What do you think is going to cause a shooting? A YouTube video of a gun review? Or a Hollywood murder scene that seems so realistic it looks like it's from the news? So next time that you want to point your finger with a stupid opinion and chime in with it, remember, it ain't me that they're trying to be like, dog. It's you that they're trying to mimic.
Boom. Oh, and I just got chills right up my spine. Right here. To be exact. Oh. I have to get it out. That's so, I mean, we know it's true. But like, seriously? I'm going to start making people watch this video, especially younger kids. I'm not kidding you. It's like, yeah, watch this for a second and come talk to me afterwards, please.
And chime in with it. Remember, it ain't me that they're trying to be like, dog. It's you that they're trying
Because I'm telling you, it's been such a thing, a phenomenon to see how people really think celebrities are gods and go nuts, and all they want is to know what they're doing, what they're wearing, what they're looking like. And these are people that honestly, their life is reflecting exactly that. The people that are usually, worshiping celebrities, they're not really the movers and shakers, to be honest. Show me one.
I'm a mimic. I feel way more safe in a place where the people are legally armed. If something happens like a mass shooting, I have a way less chance of being lethally harmed. A criminal is gonna think twice if he knows everybody is a piece underneath their clothes. And Mayor Lightfoot will probably tell you different, but have you seen Chicago? And no, before
Again, when I'm laughing, I'm not saying it's funny, guys. So when I laugh, it's just when something's like, just, well done, well said, or like facts, you know what I'm saying? Mic drops. I'm going to rewind that again. I don't mean to interrupt it too many times for you guys, but
Mayor Lightfoot will probably tell you different, but have you seen Chicago? And no, before you ask, I don't want to be like Canada either, and I don't want to be like Australia. I'm sick of everybody using them as a humanity meter. There's a reason that they can do whatever they want to their citizens, like fucking throw them in camp. And there's a reason that our government doesn't even try that shit, because they know that they can't. If you don't think for one split second that if we didn't have our Second Amendment, the government wouldn't overstep its boundaries and make us do shit even when we're against it, you're out of your mind. I don't give a damn where you stand or how or what you vote. That's dandy and fine if you trust Uncle Sam, but I, for one, fucking don't.
Again, I don't know why I laugh. I think it's funny, right? It is funny. He's definitely, he's making a point. It's doing a song. It's like he's basically like vlogging, but with, music in the background. And he's, when they do like the poetry also, like those competitions, storytelling competitions, the poetry competition, like that's what this is, that's how it's coming through to me.
What you vote, that's dandy, and we're against it, you're out of your mind. I don't give a damn where you stand or how or what you vote. That's dandy and fine if you trust Uncle Sam, but I, for one, fucking don't.
Again, it's the way he goes back like, it's fine, whatever you do, but for me, fucking no. I love it, love it, love it. Guy's got passion.
And why would I? What have they done? Give me a reason for me to believe them. They want to trade me a little security in exchange for a big ass piece of my freedom.
Right,
they don't
here.
want to take away guns because they care about you and they want to keep you safe at night. They want to take away guns because it's easy to control people if they don't have any way to fight. Hey buddy, what your little AR-15 gonna do if the government comes to take it? Well, Ukraine started handing out rifles to all of the citizens when the Russians invaded, so what about that? I thought it wouldn't help. I guarantee that it'd be better than nothing. I hope it never does, but if the day comes, I bet that you're gonna wish that you had something. This is the only country on earth where the people have real strength. And nowadays, with all the shit going on, it's the only thing that makes me feel safe. If there's anything that I've learned in the past couple of years looking back at the pandemic, all of the shit that we...
Yeah, I'm loving the fact that this guy is young and he's talking like this. This is good news. Good. We have hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
we have is fragile, and it could snap at any second. Fuck all of the politicians. I don't trust anything they say. Take
Did
the
I
word
not
gun
just
out of
flip
gun
a
control,
finger a
and that's
minute
all
ago,
that it
guys?
is
And
at
you
the
know
end of
me,
the day.
I don't roll that way. Yet, and look, I mean, we are guys. We are. I'm literally visualizing like a water slide, but an energetic water slide. And it's fun. It's good. I'm feeling this is good. This is good. We got good things.
We have is real strength. And nowadays, with all the shit going on, it's the only thing that makes me feel safe. If there's anything that I've learned in the past couple of years looking back at the pandemic, all of the shit that we have is fragile, and it could snap at any second. Fuck all of the politicians. I don't trust anything they say. Take the word gun out of gun control, and that's all that it is at the end of
That's why I told you. That's why I don't take sides. Fuck them all.
the day. I don't give a fuck how crazy you think that I look or I sound when I say this
We should all be asking them all to be fired, replaced, fired, and find some badass people. Like, well, like when they go to court and they have to swear, like, you better do this or you'll get fired. Period. End of story.
But our Second Amendment's the only thing that stands between us and a dictatorship.
Boom.
And as for the kids, I'm not a security expert, so I won't act like one. But I think that if we can send over $50 billion to Ukraine...
I was going to say that. Dude, you got...
We could surely spend that much, or more, or less, here in our own country to fortify our schools and make them more secure so that every kid can get an education safe and sound. Place several trained armed guards in every school across America. You know, real men who won't stand by for 45 minutes in the hallway while a shooting unfolds in front of their own eyes. And pay them well, too. There's veterans that need the work. Why not protect our kids the same way that we protect you? Politicians are protected by guns. Celebrities are protected by guns. Every important person that walks this earth is protected by a gun. But our kids, they're
not important.
Important.
Is that what he said?
But our kids, they're important.
Okay, good.
Just not as much as you.
Ooh. Now, I'm having fun, but like, no, this is no laughing matter, guys. That was pretty impressive. Totally unexpected. Got it. And I love it. I love that it's not political and that he's like, that's my style right there. We need each other. We need to stand by each other, help each other. No government. We don't need anybody. Look how we came together with 9/11. As we just had the anniversary, right? Look how we came together. At the heart, American people are like that. They're loving and kind and generous. Which is why, it's funny, I had this Greek teacher, and he says, there's only two things in life. Those who are Greek and those who want to be Greek. And he was funny, he was cute, and I got his point. But honestly, that's what he thinks. The truth is there's only two things. you know, because America is everybody. America is love, life, and the pursuit of happiness. Everybody wants that all over the world. I've been all over the world. I've lived all over the world. Everybody wants that, baby. And it's up to every single one of us, right? All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that request reaction video. I'm going to read your comments, and I got a skedaddle, you know, but we're going to see each other tomorrow. I'm going to have two guests, 1 o'clock tomorrow. I will be posting it. So make sure to hit the notification so you don't miss me. Get your questions ready. Your rebuttal for today's video, whatever. Or you just come in and say, hey, Olga, how you doing? That's good. That's fine. But we're not alone. You're not alone. I'm not alone. Let's keep this ball rolling. Let's keep growing our loving community here at the Olga S. Pérez Show live. Okay. All right. What's going on? Hey, Ron, welcome. So far, what's this? So far, so good. This song really wraps things up. Laugh out loud, right? Did you know this song? Fire, fire, fire emoji. Bars, bars, bars. I know, right? My man with a mullet. I was noticing that too. I was like, does he have a mullet? Because with all that dark background. But I'm like, oh, that's funny. Real good. No, I liked his choice on how he filmed it and everything. But he's a hell of a performer. I don't mean like a singer, but yeah. Time to expose evil politicians, mainstream media in Hollywood. Absolutely. It's because again, our young generations are growing up looking up to these people. It's like, and I just asked a friend the other day, I said, what if I told you, like, what if you found out, I forget what movie he was talking about. And I said, what if I told you that actor, you know, was a child molester, all right? because I don't even know if I can see pedo. So I'm not going to say the whole word because I think I'm going to get, again, striked and you name it. So, because I think now it's like against the community guidelines to say the word cool. I mean, I can't even say it. I mean, I can, and I will say it, but I'm fucking with them. Because you're not going to, over words, I'll make up my own fucking words like they always make shit up, right? I'm a woman with a dick. It's like, okay. No. You can't just make shit up. I'm a they. No, you're not. I'm not going to say it either. No, I have, by the way, guys, this happens to me all the time. I'm not afraid at all to tell somebody, go get help. Seriously. And again, I think it's because I have a background in translation, languages. I used to teach English, Spanish. So, I'm the wrong person to come up to with that shit. Like, you're not going to get far. You're going to get frustrated. You're probably going to start crying. And then I'm going to be like, if you're crying over this, please go get help. Seriously. And then I'd be calling, and then I would tell them to tell their parents, like, hey, Olga said I shouldn't be crying over this microaggressions. Oh, all right, guys. All right. You know what? I do want to get into that. I'm going to write that. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to note to self. I want to talk about this microaggression thing. Ugh. I wonder if somebody made a song about that shit. Ridiculous. Brats. But you know what? But I'm here to help. That's the bottom line. Okay. They don't know it. If anybody's offended with this content, I'm actually here for you. More than anybody else. So talk to me. Bring it on. I can handle it. Good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, guys. Much love. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already hit the like button, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit the notification so you don't miss me, my random lives. Join me. Talk to me. Let's talk. I love it when you guys talk to each other in live chat as well. Many blessings. Much love. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.